The Toyota Supra has spent the last 7 years being bullied by the internet because it's not a real Toyota, just because they have a partnership with BMW. They say it's like a BMW Z4 wearing a fake mustache and speaking Japanese with a Bavarian accent. But I say it's brilliant, and I'm going to prove it today. So the Mk5 Supra is coming to an end at the end of the 2026 model year. And it's called the Final Edition, which in marketing speak means it costs more. Now you got to remember, there's only 1,300 of these that will be built. The good news is Toyota hasn't simply raided its accessories cupboard. So the Final Edition has received bigger brakes, stiffer chassis bracing, revised suspension and stiffer suspension, and revised steering, making this car even more eager and fun to drive than ever. The biggest bone of contention with this car was how BMW it is, especially under the hood. But interestingly, nobody complained when Lotus uses Toyota engines or Mercedes use AMG V8s. Why is that? But everybody complained because this was using a BMW engine. The styling is a little bit hit or miss. Some of it works, some of it doesn't, but it certainly has a tremendous amount of road presence. Now for the Final Edition, Toyota has chosen this color, one of two, which is called Undercover, which is why you could barely see this car except for the obvious red mirrors and this GR logo on each side. And the problem I'm having this week is that nobody seems to be able to see this car. It's a low car, really doesn't stand out very much with this paint, and people keep pulling out in front of me all the time. So if you're gonna get one of these, and there's only 1,300 available, get the light colored one. So under the hood is the straight six BMW turbocharged engine with 382 horsepower, 368 foot-pounds of torque. I think it's a magnificent power plant for this car. It's not BMW's best engine, but I think it's really good. Now you get the choice of a automatic transmission or a 6-speed manual. This one has a 6-speed manual. Expect to get from 0 to 60, if you know how to drive, in just under 4 seconds. On this Final Edition, you do get these really nice 19-inch wheels wearing these Michelin Pilot Super Sport tires, 255/30s on the front, 275/30s on the back. As I mentioned earlier, you get bigger rotors. These are 14.7 inches, up 1 inch on the standard car. The Supra is not interested in helping you move house, it's helping you get a massive grin on your face as you take an empty back road. It does have 10 cubic feet of space, which is probably enough for a weekend bag, or in my case, a camera bag. How much is it? Well, when you only have 1,300 units, you can afford to put the price up, so they have. $68,500 is the base price. This one does have a couple of options. One being a driver assistance package, so you've got blind spot monitoring, you've got rear cross traffic alert, etc. It's about $1,100, and then for $2,160 you get the GT4 package. So it's the paint, the GR on there, black logos front and rear, and a carbon fiber ducktail spoiler. Out the door, $73,000. I'll be honest, if you are any bigger than me, you are going to have a hard time with the space in this car. It's just really tight, but it feels snugly tight. The wheel is nice. The seats with this Alcantara are nice and grippy, super comfortable. And in this one, you get them heated as well. And I tested them yesterday, and they are some of the fastest and warmest heated seats that I've ever tried. So Toyota had to perform some engineering gymnastics to get this manual shifter in the right spot, because otherwise you would have hit your knuckles on the climate controls. So they moved this back, relocated the iDrive controller, the parking brake, and all of these bits in order to accommodate it, and it has worked. Everything else is pretty much BMW. this is BMW, this is BMW, this is BMW, and the steering wheel is kind of BMW too. There's not a whole lot of space in here. You do get a couple of cup holders and a tiny little spot here to put some stuff in. The problem really is if you have a bottle there, you're going to knock your arm against it, so I tend to put it a little bit further back. And then there is a wireless charger right here, and it holds the phone pretty snugly in place. Ahead of the driver, you get some really nice dials. It's pretty much speedo in the middle, what gear you're in, revs, temperature, and how much fuel you've got, which when you hit the sport button, it goes down quite quickly. Right, let's go. Certainly goes. My tripod was flying around in the back, so I had to wrap it in my jacket, and hopefully it won't fly around the car anymore. So onto the car. Really nice gear shift. Pulls like a train. Really pins you into the seat. I think I've driven every model since 22, 21, and they've just honed this little by little to make it what it is right now. It's a little jittery first couple of years. They made some suspension changes. This one feels very stiff. The suspension's quite compliant. But the body feels really stiff. Likes to red line too. Right, we'll hop on the freeway real quick and get down to my favorite spot. Oh, it's so much power. Such a little car. I think this weighs about 3,400 pounds maybe. It's about 400 pounds lighter than the equivalent BMW M, I think 340i would. Right, let's get off this freeway because it's boring. Brakes are nice. Right. This car's been driven by some crazy journalists. The biting point for the clutch is a little high for my liking. And since I don't drive a manual on a daily basis, it's taken me a couple of days to get used to this one. It's not bad, but I would prefer the biting point to be just a little bit closer. But having said that, the electric seats, easy to get them in the perfect position. Of course, the wheel goes up and down and telescopes. Anyway, we are now on a road that the Supra loves. It's dry, it's warm, we're warming up the tires. Now Sport does ease off the traction control just a little bit, but it is there to protect you if it is needed. a lot of motorcyclists out today enjoying the beautiful weather here and this road. Yeah, this thing is a grin fest. Completely impractical. And we went out to Costco, bought a bunch of paper goods, and then realized we couldn't get it in the car. To drive back home, left my wife at Costco, picked up the Subaru, and went to pick up the stuff. So yeah, slightly, you need to plan ahead. Now with all the torque in this car, you really don't need to change down as much as I am doing, but you know, we are testing everything. There's a bit of a bump there, and the car lost some traction, so the traction control light came on. Pretty much always happens if you get it. Almost always happens if you give it the beans in that spot. More so on a rear-wheel drive car. It definitely behaves itself better than the last one that I drove. It doesn't have that skittishness that that one had in the rear axle. I mean, there's some bumps mid-corner here, and they're just not putting this car off its line. Of course, grip ultimately comes down to the tires, and of course, Toyota puts the right tires on their sports cars. Michelin's, the 4S's or these Pilot Sports, Sport, whatever they are, Michelin's are the best. Over there and you almost knock your teeth out. Well, we had a really good run there. Very little traffic, a few bikes. And I'm sad that this is going away. And I'm sad that the internet bullied this poor little car for so long. But a new one's coming. And it's probably going to get bullied too, because it won't be quite right. It won't be a straight six. Someone is going to have something to complain about. Ah, it's so good. I love this car. It's a bit pricey, I must admit. I mean, I'm not quite sure why you buy the Final Edition unless you were like a collector or something, but I just buy the base car. Because the problem with this car is with its red mirrors and its black sort of stealthy look and its GR logos, everybody wants to race. Like, you know, it's like, that's not what I want to do. What I want to do is get out here and enjoy the hell out of this fantastic little Toyota Supra. So what do we think? Well, rumors suggest that Toyota is developing its own fully Toyota Supra for the next generation model, and so it probably won't have a straight six engine, which is sad. Instead, it'll probably have a turbocharged 4. Will it be faster? Probably. Will it be more efficient? Probably. Will it be as exciting as this car? I don't know, because this one is really, really hard to beat. Anyway, once again, thanks for watching. We appreciate it. Like, subscribe, and we'll catch you next time with another video. Out.